The final loot is at 9 minutes and 30 seconds for all you impatient bastards. There's mine. There's nothing you can do about it. 370 is the world. Okay, please don't get it with this kick. Please don't get it with this kick. No, off. Stop. I'm trying to box. Oh, I got it. Yes, boys. The 99. We did it. Woo. Hey. Oh, feels good, man. Feels good, man. Feels good. We did it, boys. The 99 is complete. You know, I have to say, out of all the achievements on this game, you know, Jabberbum getting, you know, max cape in 6 months, you know, people getting 99 Slayer in the first few months, you know, Runestruck. I have to say, my 3-year 99 Slayer journey is probably the most impressive thing ever seen in the community. All right, now we're gonna get the cape, so. I mean, 99 coins. Oh, I think I must have the wrong one. Yes! Oh, this is such a sexy skill cape, dude. Feels good, man. Oh. Legit, the black and red combo is like my favorite thing ever. Ah, it's so nice. I love it. Finally, after like 6 months, I get 99 Slayer. It took way too long for me to get this, but I finally ended up getting it, and it was great. It was a great Slayer level. Thank you everybody who came to, I guess, the party. I don't really have parties nowadays, but this is probably the first 99 I've gotten where I'm like, yes, that was hard. I'm happy I got the cape. This cape was worth it, you know. Again, like I said, the black and sort of maroonish cape, the black and red cape is my favorite color combination, so I think that looks really nice. But like I said, this is the first sort of grindy 99 I've done. Every other 99, you could probably sort of AFK in one way or another. And while you can, I guess, AFK some Slayer tasks, like on Dark Beast, you can just place your cannon down, fill it up, and then just like walk away, and then come back and fill it again, stuff like that. But this is like, I did boss tasks for this. I did AFK tasks. I did regular, just non-AFK, non-boss tasks, stuff like that. So this was definitely a grindy 99. And even though it's not the most impressive 99 to get these days, I'm still really happy with it. And it's probably my most proud 99 today, if you want to put it like that. I mean, I know it sounds sort of nerdy or weird, I guess, but I'm 22 years old, and this is like one of the biggest achievements of my life. No, I'm kidding, but still awesome 99 to get. And the thing is that I've been making levels or Slayer level videos for like, I think 9 or 10 levels now. Pretty much every time I did a Slayer level, I would sell the tab. So from 90, 91, 91, 92, etc., etc. And seeing those videos sort of kept motivating me to do the last level, which is really cool. And in the future, hopefully in this next week or so, I'm going to make a compilation loot of all the levels so we can see how much total I made from the Slayer loot videos that I uploaded. But you guys probably want to see the loot I get from this. That was a loud butt. Sorry about that. You guys probably want to see the Slayer loot that I got from this level because I told you guys that from 98 to 99 Slayer, I really wanted to focus a lot more on boss tasks and doing tasks for Slayer that would get me, I guess, more money, if you want to put it like that. There's things you can do to get fast XP, like doing, I don't know, Hellhounds, or just doing regular Cal fights, and then you can do the boss tasks, like doing the Cal Fight Queen and doing Cerberus. And I wanted to do this because, like I said, I wanted to make more money. There's definitely more money in these boss tasks, and I don't know, just getting the big drops is just a nice feeling, and it really adds up. So the thing that I mainly did this episode was Demonic Gorillas, and then I did Abyssal Sire and Cerberus. Those, I think, were the main 3 bosses that I did for this. I did a couple of DK's tasks, and then a couple other random boss tasks, like I did a Zami task and Cal Fight Queen task. But Cal Fight Queen was sort of annoying to do because I didn't have the Desert Elite Diaries done, and I didn't have 86 agility, so I hate just not being able to use that shortcut there to get the Cal Fight Queen. It just takes too long, so I just stuck with regular Cal Fights for the majority of my Slayer level. But anyways, let's get to the drops before we get to the tab. I'm going to share some of the big ones with you. So I went ahead and got my first 2 Unsireds from Abyssal Sire. Now, as you guys know, I was like 4 tasks dry at Sire of any sort of Unsired, and then I managed to get 2 within 15 kills or so. Unfortunately, I did not get a pet. I mainly wanted the pet. I did get a bludgeon piece from the first one, and then I managed to get a whip, an abyssal whip from the second one, which sort of annoyed me. I was like, I would have appreciated an abyssal dagger because that's at least like 10 mil more than a whipper, so and whips are pretty cheap at the moment. So that was annoying, but hey, I guess I can't complain. Abyssal Sire, I don't mind doing, but I burn out really quickly when I do Abyssal Sire. So in the future, if I do this again, I'll probably just do like 50 Abyssal Sires a task and then just go back to regular Abyssal Demons. So yeah, that was the loot from my Abyssal Sire from the Slayer level. I went and did a DK's task as well, where we got some pretty decent loot. We got a bunch of Mud Battle Stabs, Dragon Axes, and then we got an Archer's Ring as well, but no Berserker Ring, unfortunately. We managed to get 2 Zenite Shards at Demonic Gorillas, which was the big one. Okay, so I had gone about 900 kills dry of a Zenyte shard at Demonic Gorillas, and then I get 2 within 50 kills. So there's sort of like that classic, you go a crazy amount dry, and then you get 2 really good items in a short amount of time. So we got the 2 Zenyte shards, which was awesome. It really made my Slayer tab. If it wasn't for those 2 Zenyte shards, I would not have been happy with this Slayer tab whatsoever. And even though they dropped in price a little bit, which was a bit annoying, I still managed to make a decent profit off that. So God bless the Zenyte shards. Thank you, Demonic Gorillas, for finally rewarding my persistence. It's very nice of you. So we did a Cerberus task where we got a Smoldering Stone and a Pegasian Crystal. Once again, I think my total is 3 or 4 Pegasian Crystals now at Cerberus and 1 Smoldering Stone, which I'm happy I got a Smoldering Stone. Well, I'm not really, actually, I'm not even happy I got it, but I'm happy that they went up in price. They used to be like 200k, and then you could start adding them to the pickaxes and the dragon axes to get the infernal things, and now they're like 1.5 mil or so. So it was nice to get that, but the Pegasian is still extremely useless. I could have gotten 3 primordial crystals, but no, I get Pegasians. I'm still dry of a primordial crystal. And again, I'm probably going to do Cerberus again once I have the gear for it. I'm sort of tired of constantly loaning people stuff for that. It's like the Spectral, I don't have my own Spectral, so every time I do that task, I have to ask people for the Spectral. But yeah, like I said, I'll mainly do that once I have, my dream gear and stuff like that. And then I'll start doing, I guess, pet grinds, which will be cool to do. After 9 tasks dry, we got 2 dark bows and a single dark beast task. Now, dark bows aren't even that expensive anymore, and frankly, I'm not really sure why. Maybe because they're just so common in game now, and they're not that rare anymore. There's just, I don't know, there's so many, and people don't use them that often. I'm not really sure, but they're under a mil. They're like 650k or so, and they used to be quite a big amount of cash. Now they're, like I said, 650k or so. But we got 2 in 1 task, which is really cool after going like 9 tasks dry. So there's that, a lot of them in a short amount of time for me again. But yeah, 2 in a task was pretty cool to get. I love seeing the dark bow drop on the ground. It looks really good. So thank you, Dark Beast, for that. Now, those were the main drops that I managed to get this Slayer level. Those were the big ones. There's a couple others in my bank now. Now, the things that actually add up and that are actually sometimes worth more than these big drops are just like the rune items from clues and just regular drops. Like, I have so many rune plate bodies, rune plate legs, rune chain bodies, just all these huge amounts of rune items that add up to like 3-4 mil and are sometimes bigger than the drops themselves. So that was really nice to see. I'm really happy with the Slayer tab. It could have been a lot more. Prices went a bit down, which is a bit annoying, but other than that, I'm not complaining. I still made profits. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get to selling the Slayer tab. Here we have the final loot tab from 98 to 99 Slayer. Now, whether this is 100% accurate, probably not, but it is the closest thing I could get to. I moved all the items that I got as drops into this tab. And like I said, it's just the closest thing I could get to a final Slayer tab. Now, the big items are at the top. I just obviously put those at the top. I sort of organized it a little bit so the rune was together. It looked semi-organized. But like I said, I pretty much just threw it all into this tab and hoped that I got most of it. Now, the biggest thing in this tab is definitely the double Zenyte shards. Now, the annoying thing is that when I got the drops, they were like 15.5 mil. And then literally 2 weeks later, I look at their price and they dropped down to like 12.5. So I'm not sure why they dropped down, but I lost like 5 mil off of that. So this tab could have been a little bit more, unfortunately. But no big drops other than that. A couple whip drops. We got the Archer's Ring. Actually, the clue loots were worth doing. Hard clues are 100% worth doing. For the like 15-20 hard clues I did for the Slayer level, I got the Zami D'hide boots and the Armadyl D'hide boots, which both were like 2 mil, which is more than a whip. Like, that is awesome. Hard clues are definitely worth doing. Hard clues are better than master clues and elite clues, I found, because they take like 8 minutes to complete and you get better loot half the time. So I'm definitely going to look into doing another like loot from 100 hard clues videos, because I definitely think they're worth doing, and I just want to get third age too. But okay, third age, I can't complain about that. This is all about the loot tab. So no other big drops, but like I said, the rune drops are the things that added up, like 33 rune plate legs, 41 rune plate skirts, the 27 rune plate bodies, 48 rune helms, full helms. They all add up, which is really nice. So let's go ahead and fast forward this. The other items that I didn't have in this tab were in my inventory, things like the ores and the gems I just had in a different tab, and then a couple other things like the runite bolts and stuff like that. But yeah, so let's go ahead and fast forward through all this, and once we get to the final loot, I think it took like, I don't even know, 10-15 minutes to sell this. I did it on stream as well and had people guess how much it was, and if somebody guessed it exactly, I would give them all of the loot. But final loot from this is 66 mil, which was pretty cool. 66.1 mil or something, which is a very nice Slayer tab. It's my biggest Slayer tab to date, no competition, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Definitely made profit. Now, profit I made, but you probably have to take about 15 mil off this or so, 15, 20 mil, just because I used a lot of food, I used a lot of potions, I used a lot of cannonballs and stuff like that, and that all adds up. Stuff for the blowpipe, you know, the trident, that all adds up. So like I said, take about 15, 20, maybe even 25 mil off that, which still puts me at 35, 40 mil profit, which is really nice. But definitely worth doing. And like I said, if those Zenyte shards would have been the 15 mil, then this tab or this loot tab would have been over 70 mil, and just they dropped. So that's a little bit annoying. Now that's about it, guys. That is the Slayer loot tab. I want to give a shout out to Chris Archie for coming into my stream. Chris, Jagex Chris, you guys know him, Jagex Archie, really cool guy. He came into my stream, and as soon as I finished selling the tab, he just says stake, and everybody was spamming me to stake. I felt bad, so I went ahead and staked the entire thing. No, I'm just kidding. I only staked 5 mil, and I lost. So actually, I only got 61 mil from this tab. So thank you, Chris, for doing that. Definitely not cool, man. But no, that was my own fault. But anyways, guys, that's it. So thank you guys all for watching. Thank you to everybody that came to the 99 Slayer thing and was watching the stream. But yeah, my biggest Slayer tab to date. Finally 99 Slayer, another 99 out of the way. I think I have 10 or 11 now, which is pretty cool. Not even close to Maxcape though, unfortunately. But the next video, or the video in like next week or so, will probably be my compilation video of all my loot from like 90 to 99 Slayer. Pretty much all the videos I made of my Slayer loot. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you next time. Have a good one, and peace. Oh man, I always voice crack when I say peace. What is up with that? Want to give a couple quick shoutouts before I end the video. First of all, to Khaleesi, Hopmaster, and Shards. As you guys know, I take stew donations. Those are the only donations I take in game. That's just what I collect, stews, you know, for the obvious reason. And yesterday, this guy said he was quitting, and he spends about 72 mil on 250,000 stews for my stew collection, which is crazy, dude. This put it over 1 million total stews in my collection. So thank you, Khaleesi, for that. Very kind of you. We also have Shards, and we have Hopmaster, who have both donated over 100,000 stews over time. So thank you to you guys. I appreciate it. And yeah, leave a like for this video for these legends, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Wow.